YouTube, Cameron here. I'm bottle hunting in the woods today. I found something that might be vintage. It's a token. It's not super vintage probably, but it could be vintage. Here, it's a token. I'll have to look it up. It's probably not that old, but it could be vintage. It could be like 70s or 60s. Maybe 80s, but I'm hoping it's vintage. We'll see. Seeing a lot of old shards now, ranging from like probably the early 1900s to like the modern times, but all broken. I think it's because there's like a hangout area there. I guess some kids have been hanging out or something, and they probably, unfortunately, broke a lot of the bottles. If there were hollow ones. A lot of these broken vintage bottles because they were broken not too long ago. And there's an area where kids or someone has been hanging out up there. Maybe not kids, I don't know. There's a lot of shards. Nothing hollow yet, unfortunately. There's a bunch of fishing rods in the wood here. This is the third fishing rod I've seen in the woods, which is kind of weird. One thing is there was like one, but I've seen three so far. Hey guys, so I'm at a train station on a walk, and I'm not at an area where there should be any tracks, but there's a pair of tracks here, as you can see. So there must have once been a depot of some sort, which is interesting. Probably a good place to like metal detect or something. Yeah. Hello, I'm back with a review. All I got was this token, but I'll tell you a bit about it. So Show World Center, it turns out, was like well, basically, to simplify it, basically a strip club. Well, it's called a peep show, but that's basically a strip club, I think. It's not exactly, but I think it's basically what a peep show is. Anyway, that's what it was, so it's a token for that. The interesting thing about it is I could only find like one that was this big. Normally they're like the size of about a nickel or something, I think. But this one's much larger, as you can see. It's about the size of a $50 coin. And also, the one that I found was brass, and this one's clearly not brass. Or at least it's plated in something else. The only one I found of this size was brass. So yeah. And it dates to about the 70s or 80s. Probably more likely the 80s. Yeah, and it was apparently a very popular place based on my research. So kind of interesting. Not too old, but still has some value as a token. Still an interesting find, nonetheless. So yeah, pretty interesting. Bye. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Time to put this to good use. Just kidding. It's not open anymore. I wouldn't anyway.